Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of From Scene to Cinema. I'm your host, Whitney Howard, and today I want to talk to you guys about budgeting. Now, I've heard a lot of filmmakers say, I can do this film for $5,000, or this is easily going to be $1 million. Well, the fact of the matter is, films vary in size and scope, and depending on the script will determine the budget. So how much does it really cost to make a film? Well, that depends. Robert Rodriguez spent $7,000 on his breakthrough film, and Kevin Smith spent $27,000 on his breakthrough film. So, how much does it really cost? Well, a short film can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000, and a feature film can cost, well, we know, $100,000 to $100 million. Just ask Hollywood. Now, where does all this money go? For my film, we recently did a budget for. We factored in things that were essential to the film and things that weren't essential to the film. And what I noticed is a lot of filmmakers will make these shoestring budget films, and they won't have much money, but the things that they will factor into the budget, what they think they need, aren't necessarily the things that they need, and the things that they don't need, they'll put in there, and it'll end up sacrificing the look of the film. And that's never something that you actually want. Well, actually, my budget is $20. Is that enough? And more than likely, what I've always learned is that if someone comes up to you and says, I made a film for $5,000, it's a feature film or a short film for $5,000, more than likely, not saying all the time, but more than likely, that film is not going to look good, or they're lying to you. That depends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in just a minute what I think you need to make a good-looking film and what I think are essential and when making a short film or even a feature film. So what do you include in the budget? Well, let's see. Let's assume that you're not paying your producer or yourself and everyone else is being paid. And you need a certain number of days to shoot your short film. So let's say you need a grip, and a grip is a very important job because they're the ones setting up things. They can rig lights, rig the camera just about anywhere on set, and it's a very important job. It's a very physical job as well. And so I would say to hire a grip if you can. Now, on a per day basis, a grip will usually cost you about $250 per day, and it ranges, and so that's a very important position. Now, a gaffer. A gaffer is a very important job because this is a position where somebody is in control of lights, and they're able to see lights and able to angle them and cut the light in a certain way to where it can hit the actor. This is a very technical position as well, and this also could affect the look of your film. Now, a gaffer can run anywhere from $300 per day to $350 per day. It depends. Now, a first AC. A first AC is very integral and very important to your film because this is somebody who understands the camera that they're using, and this is somebody who is responsible for setting up the camera, making sure it's all in the right settings, and they are also the one who pulls focus. Now, a first AC will run you about $250 per day. And you can see how this can get expensive over time. Now, a first AD, this is a very important person as well, and I would highly suggest hiring a professional for a first AD position. And they charge you anywhere between $300 per day. They are responsible for running the set, communicating with the director, and keeping you on time, of course, and working with the director as well on a per-shot basis for the schedule. Now, a line producer. A line producer is just as important as an AD. Actually, they are probably the most important person on set. They are the ones that are responsible for the logistics of the whole set. So, a line producer will make anywhere from about $250 to $300 per day. But we'll just say $250 per day for now. A actor, well, the actors depends. SAG rules say that depending on the contract that you have for SAG, actors usually run for about $100 per day. That's the minimum. But of course, if you're using big talent who are pretty well known, they can run you, of course, a lot more. You need catering. Catering, I factored in catering for about $100 per day. And then you need a sound guy. A sound guy is very important. They're the second most important person on your set. A sound guy will run you $300 to $400 per day. Now, the reason why a sound guy is so important is because this is the person that, if he knows what he's doing, he knows how to mic everybody up, and he's also the one that's controlling the levels. What I highly suggest you do is to have somebody monitor levels and mixing, and have somebody actually boom. A lot of times, in situations where a sound guy will have the sound kit and will also be booming at the same time, but this can be very tricky because it's challenging for somebody to monitor sound and to record it and to also log it as well. So I would like to separate that in two separate jobs, but it depends on what your budget is. And then last but not least, you need a DP, a good DP. And a good DP can run you anywhere from $500 a day to $30,000 a week. It just all depends on the size and scope of your budget. And another thing to include in your budget are fringes. And depending on if you're working under a company or if you're working under yourself, it really depends. But if you're working under a company, you want to include fringes in your budget. These will vary state by state because this has everything to do with federal, state, and tax laws, and that's what that really includes. And that goes and deals with percentages, but then the overall budget and what you have to pay your crew members and taxes and stuff. Now, all this seems like a lot, and believe me, it is. But remember, it's important to hire a professional to do the technical things, and the things that are not so technical, get somebody you know. Your best friend, your mom, your dad, your sister, really anybody you trust. And also, if you're working under a company, make sure you hire a payroll service. This will make everything much smoother and much easier, and all the tax-related documents that you need, they will take care of. Well, that about wraps it up for today. Stay tuned for more episodes. Make sure you subscribe to my page and check out all the social media sites. The links are in the description box below. Thank you for watching.